Hi friends, I'm Eleanor. Welcome back to Nostalgic Home Decor. Today, we're stepping into a sweet little hallway dressed in soft blue hydrangeas, white painted wood, vintage cottage pieces, and that gentle summer welcome that makes a home feel loved before anyone even reaches the living room. If you have a small entry, a narrow hallway, or just one little wall near the front door, this video will give you simple decorating ideas you can use right away, using flowers, old baskets, framed prints, hooks, benches, and those charming little treasures many of us already have tucked away. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have a favorite blue and white piece in your home? Maybe an old plate, a picture, a quilt, or a little vase that always makes you smile. Today, we'll make a hallway feel fresh, welcoming, and collected, not cluttered. A hallway doesn't need to be large to feel special. In fact, some of the prettiest vintage home decor happens in the smallest spaces. One of the easiest home decor ideas for a cottage entry is starting with a clean white wood backdrop. That might be beadboard, painted shiplap, a white panelled wall, or even a simple coat of creamy white paint. Whitewood gives the hallway that bright, well-kept farmhouse decor feeling, and it helps blue hydrangeas, old baskets, brass hooks, and family pictures stand out beautifully. If your hallway feels dark, try using warm white instead of stark white. A soft buttermilk white or antique white feels gentler, especially in older homes. It also works nicely with honey oak floors, painted furniture, and vintage frames. A practical tip here: keep the wall finish simple, then let the details do the storytelling. A row of aged brass hooks, a narrow white bench, or a small shelf with scalloped trim can turn an empty pass-through into a real cottage welcome. This is also a lovely affordable home upgrade. You don't need a full home renovation. Sometimes one fresh wall, one little bench, and a vase of flowers can give the entry a whole new mood. Now, let's talk about the heart of this hallway blue hydrangeas. Hydrangeas have that old-fashioned garden feeling many of us remember from porches, church ladies' yards, and summer visits to family homes. In a cottage entry, they make the perfect soft focal point. You can place them in a white ironstone pitcher, a blue transferware vase, a clear glass jar, or a simple enamel pail. For a hallway, I like one strong arrangement better than too many small ones. It keeps the space looking full but orderly. If you use faux hydrangeas, choose stems with varied tones: dusty blue, pale blue, soft green, and a little cream. Real flowers are lovely, of course, but good faux stems can be practical for a hallway because they stay pretty through the whole season. Here's a useful styling tip. Place your hydrangea arrangement where the eye naturally lands when someone opens the door. That might be on a narrow console table, beside a mirror, or at the end of the hall. This gives the entry a clear focal point, which is a simple interior design trick that makes a small space feel more finished. Blue hydrangeas also pair beautifully with white wood, straw hats, ticking stripe cushions, old books, and soft floral prints. The whole look feels like summer without being too bright or busy. A cottage hallway should be pretty, but it should also work for real life. That's where a vintage bench, small chair, or narrow table comes in. A white painted bench with a woven rush seat, a little pine table with turned legs, or an old chair with a blue ticking cushion can bring instant character. It gives you a place to set a market basket, tie your shoes, or lay down a folded quilt. If your entry is very narrow, try a wall-mounted shelf instead of a table. Add 2 hooks underneath for a straw hat, a cotton tote, or a light summer cardigan. That gives you both charm and home organization. One of my favorite decorating ideas is to use a small vintage table with just 3 things: a hydrangea arrangement, a little dish for keys, and 1 framed family photo or cottage print. 3 pieces feel intentional. More than that can start to look crowded in a narrow hallway. This is the kind of home improvement that doesn't feel cold or modern. It feels personal. It says, this home is cared for. Someone thought about this little corner. And if you enjoy flea markets, look for sturdy pieces with good lines. A scratched top can be covered with a folded linen runner, but wobbly legs are harder to live with. Blue and white decor is perfect for a summer cottage hallway, but the secret is choosing just a few meaningful pieces. A small blue transferware plate hung above a hook rail, a white pitcher with blue flowers, or a framed botanical print with soft blue matting can be enough. You don't have to fill every wall. For a collected, not cluttered look, group items by colour and purpose. For example, near the door you might have a blue and white umbrella stand, a straw basket for garden gloves, and one framed print. On a table, you might use a white ceramic bowl for keys, a small stack of old gardening books, and a hydrangea vase. Older pieces bring memory into a room. Maybe it's a plate from your mother's china cabinet, a small mirror from a guest bedroom, or a little picture you found at an estate sale. These are the pieces that give vintage home decor its heart. And friends, I'd love to hear in the comments, do you enjoy decorating with blue and white in summer? Or do you save those colours for certain rooms like a farmhouse kitchen, porch, or guest bedroom? A hallway is also a nice place to display heirlooms because guests see them right away, but they don't have to be handled every day. That helps preserve delicate items while still letting them be enjoyed. The final layer is what makes the hallway feel truly welcoming. Try a braided jute rug, a faded blue runner, or a small washable cotton rug near the door. Choose something practical, especially if people come in with garden shoes, groceries, or grandchildren. Beauty should not make a home harder to live in. Add a summer wreath on the inside of the door, perhaps with pale blue blossoms, white berries, and green leaves. A simple straw hat on a hook can feel like decoration, but it is also useful. A woven market basket can hold extra scarves, library books, or small packages waiting to go out. For scent, keep it gentle. A bowl of dried lavender, a clean linen candle used safely, or fresh-cut greenery can make the entry feel pleasant without overpowering the room. This is where small home decor ideas really shine. A folded blue quilt on a bench, a white wood tray for mail, a little framed saying, or a polished brass bell can add personality without taking over the space. The goal is not perfection. The goal is a hallway that feels bright, fresh, useful, and full of memory. So, as we finish our blue hydrangea hallway today, I hope you feel inspired to look at your own entry with fresh eyes. Maybe there's a little wall that could use a shelf, a basket that could come out of storage, or a blue and white treasure that deserves to be seen again. A beautiful home doesn't always come from big home renovation ideas or expensive changes. Sometimes it comes from placing one old picture in the right spot, adding flowers from the garden, and making a small space feel loved. If you enjoyed today's visit, please give this video a like, subscribe to Nostalgic Home Decor, and leave me a comment telling me what you would place in your own blue hydrangea hallway. I always love hearing about your old treasures, family pieces, and decorating plans. Thank you for spending this time with me, friends. Until next time, may your home feel welcoming, peaceful, and filled with the kind of beauty that carries a memory.